Over the last 4 years, we've been extremely fortunate and privileged to have the energy and enthusiasm of Srinivasan K. Swami, or Sundar as we call him. He's, to energize IAA in India in a manner which he has done is unprecedented. He's been, pretty much at the center of numerous activities that have been undertaken, and we are delighted that he's now going on to take more senior responsibilities within IAA Global. I'm sort of delighted to be stepping into very large shoes of Sundar, and hopefully will continue to take the tradition forward in what we have been attempting to do in the Indian media, marketeer and the agency fraternity. See, over the last 6 years, IAA has done about 120 events for the media, marketeer and the agency community here in India. As I see things, I look at them, we break it up into 3 distinct segments. There are those activities which we qualify as part of a knowledge series, which is essentially there is an imparting of knowledge by way of specialists. These could be in the form of actual sort of conferences and workshops. They could be in the form of interactive webinars. The other thing that we have done is we've celebrated creativity and celebrated leadership. This is made up of the numerous awards that IAA has undertaken. We have the IAA Leadership Awards, which our partners Colors supports us on. We've had a very distinct and unique program, which is the IAA Olive Crown Awards, which is the first and the only one of its kind which recognizes creativity towards sustainability and a better planet. This was an initiative which was instituted during the tenure of my good colleague Kaushik Roy. And we have got in recent times the India Awards, or IAA Awards, again, which is a recognition of creativity, but done in a very different way. The third cluster of activities that we really want to focus on is how do we give back into the industry. Driven that there is so much of activity, there's so much of knowledge that's coming in. Parts of this, whether they are converted in the form of research, whether they're converted in the form of basic papers which can be circulated back to benefit all key stakeholders. So that's the manner in which we are going to be addressing what we've got. Ours is a problem of plenty, and the focus is largely going to be to sharpen this, to make them more relevant and more contemporary to the needs of the industry. 120 activities in a matter of 6 years, of which my sense is about 112 of them have happened in the last 4 years, is certainly a good problem to have. It's a problem of plenty. It's not that the IAA is undertaking any of these activities for which they're doing a charge or something. These are activities which different constituencies can come and participate. Several of these programs that we undertake are using technology in a certain way. For example, the entire webinar series that we do, these could be for groups as little as 15-20 people, but they are very targeted, delivering knowledge and sharing experiences from specialists in their respective domains. Digital is the state where this country is right now. Our belief is over the next 12 to 18 months, there'll probably be about 4,000 crores worth of communication that will all happen around the entire proposition of digital, and this will be undertaken by numerous stakeholders. There will be those who are enabling this, which could be telecom networks. There will be those who are further aiding it, which could be device manufacturers. Various media businesses, whether they are in print, they are in radio, they are in broadcast or films, each of them are seeing a shift in consumption that's happening on digital. And digital is not merely impacting the broader media marketing fraternity, it is going to percolate into every aspect of our lives. Therefore, for me, it would be relevant to bring in as much of a focus, not for the sake of quote unquote it being seen as digital, but for the fact that digital is genuinely impacting and creating efficiencies, delivering disruptions across businesses. And I think that is an aspect that we would certainly want to not only focus on, but we would like to bring groups of specialists to our principal stakeholders and members, such that they can benefit from that learning and such that they can prepare their businesses better in this broader theme of digital. We are fortunate to have the kind of management committee, and it is very aptly broken up. You know, you've got absolute industry leaders who've been associated with IAA for several years now. The good thing is, because there are different types of activities that we've undertaken, each of them have taken responsibility of various types of forums, and it's pretty much in that sense an autopilot. Over the last 12 meetings that we had at the IAA, at least half of them were followed up by dinners at respective management committee members hosting them. So you're absolutely right. An association is as good as its members and its core team, and the kind of camaraderie and the kind of feeling and friendship that exists. And what's nice, as I said, is that within the IAA, we've over the years grown to become great friends, all with one common cause: to try and do as much for our industry and give back in whatever small way that we can. And it's something that not just right now, but it is an aspect over the last couple of years has been a big focus within our management committee discussions. Programs like Young Turks, the webinar series, our debates, these have all been initiatives to draw upon what we call as the young professionals. We have specific programs for them, which is called the Future Leaders Awards that we have inculcated. Even in terms of the manner in which IAA has chosen to communicate, not just within its own membership group, but also with industry and other stakeholders, we've done our best to embrace newer technologies, embrace social media, and the respective teams which handle each of these particular forums each year sort of look back at what we achieved, and we set new goals for ourselves. The participation of the younger generation is an integral part of any organization, and as IAA, across the key principal stakeholders of media, marketers and agencies, we are continuously looking at ways by which we will have more participation from them, more leadership and responsibility as well to be held by them. We believe that networking is a great offering that has happened on the back of the numerous types of programs that IAA has done in the unique manner in which it has done so. And we feel that the recognition of excellence, whether it's in the form of creativity and leadership, one of the big focus areas for us this year will also be to highlight innovation, because we feel that innovation across businesses needs a lot more attention, and there's a premium towards that. Each of these are values which both our existing as well as prospective members stand to gain and benefit from. Ultimately, the membership fee structure for the association has deliberately been kept at levels which calls for as much of participation, and it's also in two tiers in its own form. There is membership for a younger generation who just wants to see what do I benefit, what do I get out of this, till they actually want to become full-time members.